There is nothing that enrages me more than fat models.
I don't like the celebration of morbid obesity.
You're okay in the skin that you're in.
Okay, guys, I get my food. I don't give a shit.
They're getting better. Do something about it.
I am
Guys, I think
that I have rolls on my belly doesn't make me any less of a human being.
The reason I am here is because I feel like in the past, fat has been such like a derogatory term, and like we've been so like ridiculed for the way we look. It's almost like I want to take that word back and make it a positive thing. Like, oh, someone called me fat, so negative, and be like, yes, I am. You know what I mean? Just like change the way we think of it.
A lot of words that should offend me don't. I think it's because I'm just kind of like, I don't even need the word to know your intention.
Exactly.
So I know your intention, and if you're using it to like hurt me, I don't care what word you use. I care
What?
that
I'm
it's
not
hurt.
a rep.
I just don't look at like a word like that as being like.
You don't want to give it power.
No, I don't want to give it. Weights.
Yes.
I'm only standing on this one and not strongly disagree because some people do like try to be plus size. Like there's like lots of people in the gay community that are called like eaters and feeders. So people do try to be bigger, but I mean, I don't think it's necessarily a choice. So that's the only reason why I'm not strongly disagreeing.
You hit the woman head, yes, I feel that.
I lost 60 pounds in 6 months. Everyone was so happy for me. I hated myself. I hated the way I looked. I hated why I did, why I exercised, and things like that. And so I made the conscious decision of my parents are not going to be supportive, or maybe they won't like it. My community, the Korean community, is going to be really disappointed that there's a fat Korean walking around the world. But it was a choice for me to say, well, I don't want to work out 8 hours a day every day and hate what I look like to be skinnier. So I'm going to let myself eat more than a quarter cup of white rice today.
I disagree because
What?
I believe in society, especially in America, we have this idea that, oh yeah, all fat people ate themselves that way. That they just sit at home and they're lazy and they don't do anything and they ate themselves that way.
Guys, I don't agree with people getting vocal minorities or whatever and saying everybody does that because everybody says that. Come on now.
But they don't take into account people who have a disease.
What?
They don't take into account people who work out and their body is just built
Because
that
it's
way.
double generalization.
So there are all of
It's
these
double.
other factors that the average person who's judging people don't take into account, and they just look at someone and they say, oh, you're fat and you're not doing anything about it.
But I also want to throw out there, like, it is possible that people have eaten themselves to that point, but then you look at, like, why did that happen? Like, there's trauma, there's rough coping mechanisms, there's so many different things that can lead to somebody resorting to that and then eating
That's not what the question is, though.
themselves into this situation, because I know that's what happened to me. I didn't choose it, but it happened.
I've been criticized for my size. 3, 2, 1.
I am morbidly obese and even
Every single person in the world will probably say, how do you agree?
Come on, everyone.
When I first went back to Korea, which is like the country of my parents, and like it was amazing for me, and I was like, wow, I look like everyone else, right? Like, this is my home country. This is supposed to be my place. It's not my place because I'm fat. And so walking down the street, people are like, do you know how easy it is for you to get liposuction?
Hold up. She said what?
When I first went back to Korea, which is like the country of my parents, and like it was amazing for me, and I was like, wow, I look like everyone else, right? Like, this is my home country, this is supposed to be my place. It's not my place because I'm fat. And so walking down the street, people are like, do you know how easy it is for you to get liposuction here? They won't even scar because they can do it pretty for an Asian person or whatever.
My God.
I had family said, you know what, we'll fix your ears, we'll fix your nose, we'll fix your eyes, your lips, and all your fat. And that is just, it's mind-boggling to me that you would even think to offer that or think that I dislike my body. And I think that's also the thing. The critique comes from this idea of, you must hate how you look, so let me help you.
I think
it comes from the association that if you're fit, you're more healthy than if you're big size. If you're big size, there's a lot of that negative health impact. And that's what people mean by that.
everyone in this entire room has been criticized for their body. Like, it doesn't really matter what size you are. You could be the skinniest girl in the world, and you're going to be called like a fat bitch. Like, if you think that this is like exempt from
Don't
you,
say that. The problem is that you're going to be get mad about it, but it's the truth though.
It's a vicious cycle.
I understand, but is that the way it works? That it's just the truth though. Like it is. I get it. I eat unhealthy, and I know I'm unhealthy. I don't need anybody to tell me. I know 100%. If you tell me, I'll say, yeah, I agree. I'm unhealthy. But
time to star on Jubilee.
Your joints, your heart, it is more negative for your health to be overall a bigger size. End of story. That's not how I feel about it. It's not what I want. It's not what I need. It's not anything. It's just the truth, though. I don't know what to tell you. I'm not gonna lie to you and give you fucking lies and shit for you to feel better. I'm not gonna tell you that there's negative side effects. But the reality is, if you're gonna ask and say, "Hey, man, is there?" Yes, there are.
Because
what else?
You're going to be called like a fat bitch. Like, if you think that this is like exempt from you because we're bigger or we have different body types, like, no, we've all been shamed for our bodies.
People feel that they have the right.
Being over skinny is just as bad. Don't use that as a cope. Nobody cares. Nobody asks. But if you will ask, yes, that's the truth.
To come up to you and impose their views onto you about your personal body. The fact that I have rolls on my belly and big thighs doesn't make me any less of a human being. My body is not for you. I didn't ask you. That's it.
I want to lose weight. 3, 2, 1, go.
That's hard.
The reason I hesitated so much is because I will love the way I look no matter what. At the same time, if I was to keep dancing and keep going to the gym and all this, and then I just happened to lose weight, I'd also be cool. I'll just love myself no matter what. Is pretty much what I'm saying.
Oh, bye.
No,
See ya.
I want to be here because this is the work that I do, and I feel like doing this is gonna make. I feel like being here, someone's gonna say something to me and be like, oh, like you aren't for body positivity, you aren't for fat activism, you aren't for liberation, but that has nothing to do with anybody else.
What was the question? What was it?
And keep going to the gym and all
I want to lose weight.
Oh, okay.
I'll just
See ya.
I want to be here because this is the work that I do, and I feel like doing this is gonna make. I feel like being here, someone's gonna say something to me and be like, oh, like you aren't for body positivity, you aren't for fat activism, you aren't for liberation, but that has nothing to do with anybody else besides me. I think if I this and I'm not saying, I'm not being honest with myself and saying you know what, sometimes I do think about losing weight because I do, and everyone does.
Because there's privileges when.
Can I be honest, chap? In a lot of fields, when it comes down to social the dynamics,
Is that Marty?
People use arguments like people will say, people will say, people will think, people will think. Okay, let me tell you what matters the most in the world. What you think. What you want, that's what matters the most. So,
You're smaller.
I don't know why
so
you...
It's natural to think, I want to be smaller
These
because
arguments.
there's so many more options for me if I'm smaller, but I don't want to lose weight.
Skinny people get more privileges. 3, 2, 1, go.
Oh, wait.
What was it again? Sorry guys, I'm so bugged out today.
Skinny people get more privileges.
Well, I mean...
I went the wrong way. For me, since I am a dancer, it is the most annoying thing. Like, I go to auditions and I'm the only like plus size person there. And literally, if you go to a concert and see an artist, you will like never see someone that looks like me dancing back up for like Chris Brown. All they care about is, oh, sex sells, and plus size isn't sexy, which it is obviously, but they can't get that, out of their heads that skinny is like the like top tier of like life.
So what kept you though from on the Strongly Agree?
I don't really know. I just felt like it was like, it's like a big choice.
The world is created with...
I don't think it's that sex sells that much. I think it's because in dances, I feel like unity is people all in choreography, everybody doing things at the same time, it all looks the same. I just feel like, I'm not gonna say it. It's both, but I'm not gonna say it.
Smaller bodies in mind, like everything we experience. When you sit in a folding chair, when you go on an airplane, when you go to the movie theater, and the unfortunate truth is our population is not.
Okay, I'm just saying, if there's background dancers, everybody spins, they look like ballerinas, or everybody's spinning at once, and you're kind of looking like you're looking like a spinning ball, man. I'm gonna tell you.
Just like organically speaking, smaller people have bigger privileges because the world's designed like for them.
I had to quit a whole career because of my size. Like, I got my first degree in musical theater performance. I was ready to go to Broadway. And then through college, I gained 65 pounds. And not only did I watch my professors lose interest in me, but I watched casting people lose interest in me. And that's how I ended up in education, because I want to teach that's not okay. You can play any role, because that's what's baffling to me, is that we're in
If you're playing the role of somebody who it literally is written in the script that is a certain height and a certain size, and you come in and you're fat, okay, you don't get the job. Are you fat shaming? No. I want somebody that's just this size and that size. Are you fat? Yes. You can't fit the role anymore. End of story. What the fuck?
In theater, we can suspend our disbelief that like animals can talk and things like that, but we can't.
When Tom Hanks did the role for Forrest Gump, the guy who runs and we're like crazy, what if you decide to get fucking fat and I'm Forrest Gump? What the fuck?
Except that a plus-size person could have somebody fall in love with. Of course he's
gonna get fired.
Unless it's hairspray. Like, that's the only story we get, and that's infuriating.
I love my body. 3, 2, 1, go.
I love my body, but it took a lot of time to get there. When I graduated...
The same way I won't play Hugh Jackman being jacked. I got toothpicks, okay? I can't be the jacked guy. It is what it is.
Did college, and I was in like the biggest place that I've ever been. I was in a depression that I can't even like begin to explain about it. And then when I went off to grad school, I was like, something has to change. New city, new me. And so I got up every morning and I looked in the mirror and I was like, what can I like about myself today? And I learned how to just love every little part of me, because it is mine. It belongs to me. And if I don't love it, who is going to?
Okay, fair enough.
So what keeps you there?
That it took so much time to get there.
In being plus size, I don't love it. I don't hate it. It's here for me, and it's got me this far. It's sabotaged me in a lot of ways, and that's its own journey. I just think for like a lot of like younger folks, like when I was your age or younger, people said either hate your body or love your body. I wasn't either way, and I was in the middle, and so you feel so stuck, and so you feel so alone. And it's this idea of it's okay if you don't love your body. It's okay if you're not obsessed with it. Just be kind to yourself, and that's good enough. If you can be kind to your best friend, you can be kind to yourself, and so that is why I am here.
Every morning I'll wake up and I will like get out of bed and I'll look in the mirror and I will just like I'll rub like my chest.
Guys, imagine, I'm just saying this, okay? Guys, I don't want to question and destroy our society's fabric, but imagine if when you went to the airport, right, and you checked in, when you were to buy your ticket, there was a scale, and you had to weigh yourself before paying for the ticket, or pay more or less, right? Just imagine it, because if you ship something or if you have weight, that you're trying to put on the plane, what happens? They weigh it and you pay more depending on how heavy it is, right? But just imagine. I'm just saying. The plane's heavier and has more stuff in it. It costs more fuel. It literally costs more. Listen.
Like with my stomach, I'll like shake my ass, or like touch my
What?
breast, and like I want to like shower myself with love every day.
What? Yeah. I'm just saying.
And it's like really important to me to give myself the time to be like, oh, I appreciate my body for what it does for me. Like, do I want to change? Sometimes, sure. Will it? Maybe it will, maybe it won't. But like, at the end of the day, like, I will love it regardless because it is like a home for me and my soul.
Sweaty group hug.
You guys are missing the point of the argument then.
Oh, we're gonna twerk out?
Good humans, thanks for sticking around. So if you guys want to receive a mystery gift box from us in the next week,